Good morning, good morning. Apologize about the late posting for the New York session video. Had a lot of exciting things going on with CMFXPro students having amazing pippin results. That's all I can say to that. I mean, there was some conditions on that we look for that I teach in the mentorship. Very simple, easy conditions, and they were taking advantage easily, 100% correct. And these people made some pips, let me tell you. I'm so proud of every student commenting and appreciating my mentorship. It really, really is truly appreciated. I do a lot of work. I get very little sleep, juggling everything around with CMFX Pro's growth and marketing and everything that we deal with into offices and staying on top of mentorship. So it truly means a great deal to me hearing all the comments that I heard this morning. I'm just speechless, honestly. Real, it hits me in the heart. So, um, and I know there's many people that messaged me this morning and yesterday and ever since the launch of CMFX Pro, the skepticism is always going to be there no matter where you are in this market. I completely understand that. Everybody's been there. I've been there. All my students that actually believed from comments of other students, their success and everything, removed their skepticism. I completely agree, how most are feeling. It's a natural feeling. But I am real. My indicator's real, and I say it every time. My indicator don't lie. You follow my simple rules, and there's just a couple, and it's not long to read. I record everything in videos to show you firsthand how I'm looking for conditions on the chart. I don't just give you snapshots, screenshots, and a long 1,000 page PDF. I verbally tell you and physically show you in the videos how to easily find these positions. I think that is going quite well with the success of the students now. Um, like I said, the amazing pips today. Amazing. Great Britain fell right in line. We'll just look at that really quick. Look at M15, high exhaustion, weekly high hit. We have this one dot high exhaustion right in the day range high, and look at these pips, everybody. I don't even care if you got out right here or here. You got the 200, the 800 hit, and it already came down to a weekly low hit. Look at this. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It busted through so much ADR, it's not even funny. What is that, over 332? If you got in, we're at a weekly high, you're at 200, you're about, let's just say, yeah, you're about 228 pips overnight. All right? Asia session was rocking last night with Great Britain. And even London. It was about right here somewhere, close to London. Right, London anchor. All this sweet consolidation. It came pulled to 50 up to price perfectly. Made people mostly think that now that the EMA was so close, it was just going to touch off it and rise. Because look at all these. All these are pointing up, right? Psyching everybody out. Not me. It hits this weekly range. It has the exhaustion. It broke trend line on H1. Look at that. Look at that break of trend line. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? Look at that. That's my conditions, peoples. Let me make sure. Now, here's the problem that some students were having. On the smaller time frames, I was given the exhaustion, but on the higher time frame, like H1, no exhaustion. Well, okay, that's understandable. But look, EU had high exhaustion. AU had high exhaustion, even at the weekly. Okay, NU had high exhaustion. What's USD Chef have? Oh, look at that. Low exhaustion. Right here. Out of the Asia session. See that? But it did trap. It did fake. But I used this condition. Let's go back to here. Look at that. I don't even know what's this. Yeah, that's the date. Look at this low exhaustion hit. Right above day range low. This was Asia session. But even if you got in here, even if 95, okay, 95.82, okay, that's 40 something pips. But if you use my risk and reward program, very well. I won't describe the details. Probably should let you read this first. Please stop and read by continuing you are accepting these terms. I'm having too much fun today. Uh, when you're connected to a system that just blows your mind, you just get a little ahead of yourself. So if you use my risk and reward system in line with my conditions with the indicator, you can't lose. I'm sorry. I'm saying it in public. You can't lose. Because I don't fear the market. I see these conditions, even if I want to do a low lot size right here, price goes against me, I very little increase my lot size as price goes against me. In this last area, knowing it's hitting close to day range low, like my third entry or so, I'll double what my first lot size entry was. So if you got price locked in here, double your lot size of your first entry, you're banking. I'm sorry. You're pissing the market makers off, and you're telling them who's boss. And that's just the way it goes when you're using such a great trading system and a risk reward rules. So that's all I got to say about that. I'll stop being whatever. Okay, so look at this. USD Chef, low exhaustion, rise. What's that mean? What does that mean, everybody? For GU, EU, NU, AU. Drop? Maybe? Yes, it does. Why? Why? There you go. That's why. See the US dollar index? Remember I said, whatever level this hit yesterday, all these levels has changed now. That was low exhaustion on the dollar. Look at GU. Bye-bye. That's my confirmation of cross comparison exhaustion. Now, let's go right here. Whoop. Oh, look at that. I knew it was going to happen anyway, but I figured how easy I'd show it. I put that right on the dot of high exhaustion for GU, hitting out of Asia session. Look what it lines up on the USD index. Exactly on the dot of low exhaustion. What a coincidence. I didn't guess that or anything, did I? Low exhaustion, close to daily range low hit. It did hit daily range low and busted right down out of there. So, amazing stuff. See, we had the low exhaustion right here. This is what I meant to say earlier. You got the daily and weekly range hits right here. So close together, okay? You got that low exhaustion sitting on the H1. My trend actually already changed for every 3 hours. This one indicator I have changes conditions to be update with the market. So, low exhaustion on the dollar index, right? You got no exhaustion here. What is that supposed to mean? Drop, baby. Give me them pips. Drop. High exhaustion. Drop. High exhaustion. Drop. High exhaustion. Now, you will always notice AU and NU will be a little bit behind in movement from EU and GU. These guys move faster. So they're going to bust through price faster. They're going to reverse faster. These guys will take their sweet time because they're just a slower pip moving pair. Just the way it is. They take a little time to get where these guys already got. Always keep that in mind, please. All right. Same thing with EA and GA. GA will usually be way ahead of EA, but they'll eventually follow suit of conditions. Same thing with GN and EN. Great Britain, New Zealand will always move faster than Euro, New Zealand. It's because Great Britain is more pip moving than EU. So simple how that is. EU, see that? See how that moved a lot, almost half of what GU did? GU went right, busted right through the 200 weekly low hit. This didn't even do half of that, and that's why AU and NU are just that much behind. They're not even to the water yet, to the 50. Simple, logically simple, makes sense because of the way the pairs are in their currencies and the way they move in pips. So, all right, so let's just check the conditions. We already checked. I'm gonna just keep it right on H1 because everything was looking pretty sweet out of Asia session. Oh, look at that high exhaustion out of Asia session for GJ. That's pretty. That's pretty. Right when price hit monthly and this monthly level, I believe the weekly level was down here yesterday. Now it's adjusted. I see a nice candle right there. Beauty. This one too. So, when this price hit, you got these 3 candles on the hourly that kept tapping this monthly high, and she just went bang. Dropped right down. You gotta love it. NJ, same thing. Slow pip currency pair, but still in line. I think, what is this? Catch up. High exhaustion. Busted through weekly high hit. Now we did have one hit here yesterday, right at the weekly with the exhaustion. So, if you took that entry, 87.14, right? Right at the hit to go sell. Price went to 87.41. So whatever the pip distance, 30 something pips or whatever you want to say. So you would have entered 3 times in your third hit, because every 10 pips is what I recommend for jab pairs and high pip moving pairs. So every 10 pips I would have put a re-entry. So you would have had 3 entries, with your last entry being double what your first entry lot was. So these 2 entries would have been the same. Your last entry would be double what your first lot size entry is. Because that is a solid condition. That is my rule. All right. But the condition that I don't think it happened is it did not break trend line when that exhaustion happened. So therefore, if you did pay attention to that, you never would have entered here. Because there's no way I can tell 100% it never broke trend line. Because look at this. There's not anything that busts out of there, out of the neckline. I'll tell you that right now. You would have had something break below the 13, almost midway. So I know nothing broke the trend line. So personally, I would have never entered there. And I didn't. Right above here, right here, and right here, I would have entered. That's 10 pips right there. See? 30 pips right. There's the 2 trades. So it had one there and one there. So that's how easy that is. Let's just run through the pairs quick so I can get this video out so everybody can see how amazing conditions with our indicator from last night. Just insanely incredible. Insane. Whew, I tell you, it's too exciting. Too exciting. We'll go back to the 15-minute. How's that? Here's a low exhaustion right there from yesterday. Let's see if we can get this up. Look at this. See yesterday, low exhaustion? If you got anything off of that, what's wrong with that condition? Hit weekly range low, had exhaustion, there's your entry. There's a crap load of profit. I didn't even know what to say anymore. People are not seeing how simply, logically, these conditions make sense to make some serious amount of money. I'm just buzzing through the pairs. Yeah, high exhaustion. And you, down. Alright, there was high exhaustion here, 66. A lot of people said they're confused. Not a lot, there was a couple. I won't say no names. They saw exhaustion because they like trading smaller time frames at the weekly level. But I guarantee you, it did not break trend line. My conditions are exhaustion at the levels with trend line break at that level. It cannot break trend line, people. So that's not a qualification for an entry, no matter what you say. Okay. So let's see. Oh, I'm so tired. I just want to professionally say, if you are hungry enough and you really truly want to be successful in trading, you better pretty much think of it as all your efforts and energy and actions are like air to your lungs for breathing. You need air to breathe, well, you need all those things to be successful. You need action, ambition, dedication, commitment. That's what makes successful live and be real. So, sorry, I like to give it a speech every now and then. All right, I'm just kind of flying all over the place. So we had high exhaustion on AA yesterday. You locked in right there, okay? Uh, I'm sure, basically the 15-minute and then 5 time frame, certain conditions or whatever. I mean, this is very close to the 800. But if you locked in off that exhaustion, I mean, you would barely have, let's see, 166, 10 pips drawdown maybe for a 6173. Holy moly. Nah, about 50 pips. So 1 to 5 risk ratio. Not too shabby, huh? And they say if you're making a 1 to 3 or 1 to 2 or 1 to 4, you're doing really good. Like really good. Like top 1% of traders. I got to tell you right now, the risk reward that CMFXPro offers when following the conditions, you won't even believe the risk reward ratios. They're people would think it's insane. What if you were to tell someone you have a 1 to 20 risk reward? What would people think? That you're cuckoo. But you know what? With the right system and trading plan, those risk reward ratios are very real. A lot of CMFXPro students have realized that. Okay, sorry, I keep skipping around. US CAD, around 15, right? And low exhaustion here. Really just no real big movement yet for US CAD. Don't like it. Is it against weeklies or anything? It's way down here. I wouldn't wait for anything until it hits down here. Let's see. Gotta see US JAP because, oh yeah, look at that high exhaustion. So there's the power slam for GJ. Everybody knows, if you don't, you better look it up. Fractional disparity. It's when two pairs align for the same direction and momentum. For example, the US JAP, GU. GU had high exhaustion back here. GU had high exhaustion here. We'll watch this fancy stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Right over here for GJ. And there it is. All right. So you had the high exhaustion for GU right here. Okay. Let's see what happens with GJ. See that? You had the high exhaustion for UJ up in this area, right here. High exhaustion here. When both of these aligned, and they both met high exhaustion, which GJ came in late. But as soon as that happened, right here, and then you had more high exhaustion right here, you had the double wham effect of two currencies being in line to slam GJ so many pips down. That's why GJ moved so hard. When the two pairs of UJ and GU, which is the combination of what GJ is, move like that, when the exhaustion's in line at the same elevation, it's crazy. And there's your pips. So I just wanted to give you a quick rundown on that. How powerful it is with fractional disparity with exhaustion. Super, super powerful. So fractional disparity with exhaustion, with cross comparison exhaustion, and trend line break. You can't go wrong. It don't lie. Okay, let's get back to the drawing board. GN had high exhaustion yesterday. Made a crap load of pips today. 304 pips to be exact, and that's from here, not even that level. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That one didn't do too much. Still went down. If you got here yesterday, that's right at the exhaustion of GN, I believe. Yeah, look at that, people. See all that cross comparison exhaustion, how powerful that is? GN had high exhaustion right here. EN didn't. But look what happened. Drop. Okay. Let's get this moving. EJ sitting at low exhaustion. Really busted out the ADR above the weekly, monthly levels. Came back down real nicely. Got jab again. High exhaustion. Came down. Now it's kind of coming back up to the 50 EMA. See if it holds and drops. See if it's just retesting. Let's see, did a retest here. I'll jab. Nice high exhaustion, perfectly at multi-high range. Slam. Great Britain jab, same thing. New Zealand jab, well above the weekly, well above. Did I hit today? Oh, it's very possible that New Zealand jab might be heading up to here. It's very possible. Got low exhaustion right now on M15, but remember, you gotta wait for the conditions. Doesn't mean, you know this is this close. So I'd rather wait for the hit up here if it's gonna happen. It's only 50 pips away. Euro Chef. Let's see, odd chart. Low exhaustion. Okay. If you broke this down, I'm sure this on the 5-minute, this showed the exhaustion. Or especially back here, possibly. We'll see. Go right here. Well, there's your high exhaustion right there. Right on there. Why is this not moving again? Oh, right there actually. High exhaustion. Right there. 70.35. High exhaustion of yesterday. So the day before actually, if you got in on this high exhaustion the day before, right where it showed on M15, it showed on H1. Sure did. H1 exhaustion. H1 exhaustion. That's why I choose H1, H4 a lot, because it gives you really better conditions for solid pips. Okay. Gold. Wow. Dropping. Oh, look at that. Well, yeah, look at that. High exhaustion of 2 or 3 candles right at day high range. And she dropped like a rock. 12.10. High exhaustion on H1. Drop. US oil had high exhaustion yesterday. Nice drop. Came up to touch day high again. Nice drop. I'm sure on these conditions right here, right there, M15. There she is. Low exhaustion. High exhaustion. High exhaustion. Sell. Buy. Sell. Okay. Let's get it going here. Gripper and Chef. Get rid of this thing. High exhaustion, weekly range high hit yesterday. Came all the way down to the well past weekly range low. Wow for Great Britain Chef. Holy moly. And I believe I know why that is. It's fractional disparity again. GU went down and USD Chef is still, yeah, see that? Perfect. USD Chef down. Okay. Then GU right here. So where's Great Britain Chef? Yep. See the GU had a high exhaustion right here? Yep. Perfect. GU had high exhaustion here. USD Chef had high exhaustion here. Combined for Great Britain Chef. And there you have it. Right here. Nice. Nicely done. Catch F. High exhaustion here. Close to weekly hit. It did make a weekly hit. So if you took this, you could have just put a sell limit, 5-10 pips within this weekly range. Then A-OK. You did have high exhaustion right here on the H1. Right there. On the bullish candles, 74.86. Went up to the weekly. 12 pips drawdown for 40, almost 100 pips. Due to risk ratio on that one. EuroCAD, high exhaustion, drop. Yes, a couple days ago, high low exhaustion. Shift up. Okay. This hit the weekly high. This went well above the day range high. Nice drop from there. CAD. Not really. Oops, crap. Okay, you had high exhaustion yesterday. Price from that entry area, let's say right here somewhere. 94.10. 10 pips drawdown for 40 pips. 10 pips drawdown for 40 pips reward. It's not done yet quite because there's been no exhaustion established yet. Everything went off for odd New Zealand high exhaustion right in this area here. Close to the weekly hit right here. Use the risk and reward re-entry conditions I use. You've been sitting pretty right up here, the highest mark. Okay. Great Britain CAD, high exhaustion yesterday. Drop. New Zealand CAD, high exhaustion yesterday. Double top hit today. Drop. Right to the 200. New Zealand Chef. Okay. We had these conditions now. Let me put this right here. Okay. See this condition with the high exhaustion? Go to a bullish bar when you have high exhaustion. Bearish bar when you have low exhaustion. So you're on a bullish bar. You want to end there on a bullish bar with a high exhaustion against these levels. So, New Zealand Chef, right? There you go. Look at that drop. No drawdown. If you followed that exhaustion off the Great Britain Chef, let's see Euro Chef. Same thing. Look, right here. Bullish bar. Come right in. Down. Odd Chef. Look at that. All that direction is from Great Britain Chef. Why? Because this is a fast moving pair. So when it gets there, everything else eventually, because it's slow, gets there and drops. What else we want to look at? Let's go back to, anybody want to look at a little US try? Low, high. There you go. Simple. Multi-range hit. Boom. Down, baby. Another in line with trend. In line with trend. Doom, doom. There's a exhaustion. Sticky finger. Everybody likes to call them now. Sticky fingers. Okay. Back to USD index. Coming back to do a possible double hit to the top. Got a lot of, the dropping today. A lot of news coming out today. So after these big moves are done, you're going to see a lot of different movements in the market after all these news ends up catching up for the rest of the day. Okay, so once again, congratulations to the CMFXPro students with such great pips made today. Very proud of you all for following the conditions exactly as explained by me. Just very proud of you guys. Really am. Hats off to you. Applause. Bow. Great job, guys. Okay, That's the conditions of a CMFX Pro indicator up against the market. Everybody have a great day. Hope you made a bunch of pips and have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Thank you.